welcome back everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ryan's Drive. This time round I'm driving a Toyota Altezza RS200 if I'm not mistaken. I'm joined here by my friend Afiq once again. This time round we're doing this driving experience POV. So right off the start, underneath the hood is a bit somewhat of a unique feature of this particular Toyota Altezza. Yes, it still has the 3S GE from the factory itself. It's still 3S GE. It's not been swapped or anything. But on top of that 3S GE, it has something not many people knew this was an aftermarket mod to it. It's a Blitz Supercharger. That's right, a Blitz Supercharger on an Altezza. So that being said, the supercharger, yes, you expect the whining sound from the supercharger. Yes, it has that whining sound. So we'll,
which you can experience now.
Which we'll try my best to have it. Yep, that's the supercharger. And yes, that's the supercharger. Of course, there is that being said, the supercharger is not exactly smooth. It has its ups and downs because this supercharger is not exactly the same one that you find on those American muscle cars.
It's not direct.
It's not direct. It's not direct driven by belt. I mean, it's still driven by belt, but it's not. As long as for those American supercharger, it will mean that if the belt is moving, there's already boost going into the car.
Yes.
On this, however, this one is a bit different. Engine check lights out. On this, however, the supercharger is somewhat using of a magnetic clutch like those that you find on the aircon compressor. Yes. So at a certain throttle position, yep. At a certain throttle position, the supercharger would engage. On a different throttle position, the supercharger will not engage.
Yeah, like now.
Yep. Let's just cruise down a bit like normally.
The supercharger is using a magnetic type clutch.
Yes, that's right, a magnetic type clutch. So
it only engages when you reach a certain
threshold of throttle position. Yes. Yeah. So below than that, say like less than 35, it's just be a normal naturally aspirated 3S. And then once you surpass 35% of the throttle position, the supercharger kicks in, and then it's giving around 0.5 bars of boost, which doesn't sound a lot, but
there's a difference.
There is a difference. Because it pushed the engine performance from 200 to 250. Of course, on that corner is a bit bumpy, and also I was very confident at that corner because the owner decided to put some very sticky tires on this car.
Very sticky. Yeah. It's like almost slick.
Yes, close to slick.
Yeah.
So what tires is it on? What tires is on this car? It's a Westlake Sport RS. With track wear, I think it's around like 200 track wear. Yeah. So it's actually very sticky.
It's a UHP already, ultra high performance tire.
That's right.
I would find that the ride and handling also not bad on this. I didn't expect it to be...
The ride and handling is actually very comfortable. Civilized and also very comfortable, and because it's railroad drive, the whole chassis is well balanced. 50-50 weight distribution for the chassis. The handling in terms of agility is also very good, despite the fact that yes, it has very grippy tires, but I would say it's still relatively stable around corners. And yes, the suspension might have been modified, might have been changed, but in terms of ride comfort, it's actually very nice. It goes over bumps very smoothly.
like
There's no harshness to it.
In like 6th or 5th gear, you can actually cruise this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a regular car.
That's right. Yeah. You don't worry or you don't feel uncomfortable going around bumps like that. Yeah. Which is nice because for normally performance car, you will find that it's gonna be a bit harsh, which is mainly true. But on this, you go over bumps like you just go normal, very civilized.
Yeah.
Oh, and the gearbox, the gearbox is 6-speed.
I like that they show the
tag on it, like this tag on it. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's been put on later.
No, that is from the factory.
That is from the factory.
Because this gearbox, as you can see, the top part of the gearbox is a metal ball.
Ah, okay. But even though it's metal ball, I think this is aftermarket. Yeah, this is aftermarket, the shift knob. Yeah. Aftermarket shift knob. But I'll say it takes some getting used to driving it. Because yes, 4th to 5th feels good. 5th to 6th also feels good like that. Or even going down towards 4th still feels good. Yeah. But then when it comes to probably like 5th, or not 5th,
like 4th to 5th.
First to 2nd, or probably going to 1st, like you're at the traffic light or going about to move the car, you're going from a standstill. Engaging 1st can be quite tricky because the reverse gear is almost at the
position also.
Yeah, it's almost a similar position. But yeah, the reverse position is a bit further to the left, so you have to put it further towards the left. But you can get confused sometimes. Yes. It's like you're going into 1st, but the reverse engagement sound came out. Yeah. So it's like, okay.
I'm not in 1st, I'm in reverse.
You're in reverse. Yeah. It gives that impression.
Yeah, because I know like some cars, also like I know like Mazda, like the BT50 pickup. Yeah. The reverse and the 1st is in the 1st gear position.
Yes.
But to engage it, you lift up.
You lift a
pin, like a knob or something.
Pin or knob, like
then it will go to reverse.
Yes, that's right.
For this,
no. It's just a position. You just go more towards the left.
Yes.
Or for example, the Subaru, the Subaru, there is a knob, or is it like a mechanism that you pull up and then you go into the 6th. That is the 6th position. You go into the 6th gear position.
I see.
Then it engages reverse. But that one is okay because you are actually engaging it because you pull the mechanism on it. Yeah. So you won't get confused. On this, however, it's just your hand position.
You already kena now, right? Like
yes.
You wanted to go further, then suddenly the reverse.
Yep. It goes into chime came out. I was like, wait, what?
Thank God you still press the clutch.
I still engaging the clutch. Yeah. So thankfully that was still okay.
How do you find the speedometer for this car?
Oh, the speedometer.
Like for me personally, when I first got in this car, not a fan of it.
Not a fan of it, right?
But over time, it grows on me because I think it's really unique feature of this car. It's different from like regular speedometer. It looks like a very expensive like Rolex watch.
Is it? Yeah. Or like Tech watches like that. For me, I would say okay because yes, it's nice that it gives you the inside inner circle, gives you the information that you need to know, like water temp, battery voltage, oil temp. I think it's oil temp. Oil temp. Oil temp from the factory. But because it's just giving you an indication, so you're not sure what is the actual temperature, actual reading. The actual reading of it. So in that, because I think it's this is integrated. This is an aftermarket integrated. So all of the correct or accurate reading.
This one shows the specific reading.
Yes, that's right.
So basically, all the 3 things over there is here. Yeah.
2 things. The water temp and also the oil temp is in there.
I see.
So the water temp is this one, and then the oil temp.
This one is the supercharger.
That is
pressure, right?
No, the boost meter.
The boost meter.
So in relatives connected towards the supercharger or the booster.
Yeah. So this car is at How much is the boost set at?
The boost, my understanding, is around 0.5 bar. It's not a lot, but I would say it's
enough to make a difference.
Enough to make a difference, yeah. Like pushing from 200 to 250 is actually quite a lot.
Because this car had 18-inch rim,
yeah,
so it's a relatively big rim.
Yes, and it's somewhat lowered, so
yes.
Yeah. When it comes to corner, the gear,
it
sticks. Yeah, it sticks. Despite the fact that it's a rear-wheel drive car.
Get this car to that level.
To that level, really?
Yeah.
That's
I don't have the confidence.
You don't have the confidence?
Yeah. Maybe like because you drive on the track more than me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So hence, subscribe to Ryan's channel where his point of view is from a person who's always on the track.
Not to say always on the track. It's more towards somewhat of an experience. I would say experience.
You involved with motorsport more than me.
Fair enough, yeah.
Like for me, I'm more of like the civilized car, like what you need every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the comfort of every day.
Yes, yeah.
Mine, on the other hand, is more towards the extreme of it.
Yes, the experience behind the wheel of it.
Yes.
And I gotta say, yeah, Ryan has better footwork than me. Manual footwork.
Manual footwork maybe, but in terms of proper footwork, I think I'm still not there yet, because all those shifting like this downshifting, I don't do heel toe. I don't do heel toe.
Yeah.
Some people will say, hey, you should do heel toe. Yes, I agree, I should, but it's the thing is that I don't know how. It's not that I don't want to do, it's just that I don't know how. I know about it, and I'm only more confident when I'm bringing around corners like that just now. It's partly because I know the tire sticks. Yeah.
And there's no intrusion, like bump on the road to unsettle the car.
Yes.
But then I would say this car also, even when you corner just now with the bumper, right? It doesn't unsettle too much.
It doesn't unsettle too much, yeah.
Because I think the center of gravity and the balance of the front
whole thing, the whole chassis is very
50-50, right?
Yes.
50-50.
The brakes on this Altezza is not stop brakes, so the clamping or the braking force is a lot stronger. That is because this has a Supra brakes.
Serious?
Yes, that's why.
Okay, I'm only knowing about that now.
I almost forgot about it. It has a Supra brakes on it, so that's why the bite from the brake is a lot more firm, and it can handle more speed as well. Yeah. Oh, and also the clutch has been
the clutch is light now.
Very light, actually.
It feels so civilized now. The clutch.
It's very friendly to use on a weekday or even in a traffic jam. But then again, it's still a manual, so
you still engage.
You still engage it.
Yeah, you're still shifting your own gear.
Yes.
You're still pretty much involved, lah.
That's right. But I would say it's just alright, because the clutch, the engagement feel to it, there's very little engagement.
It's no weight lah, basically.
Yeah, there's no weight. There's not much weight when you're stepping on a normal clutch. It gives you that spring load towards your left foot. So you will know like how much of a clutch position. When you release the clutch, you know which position it will be, then the clutch will engage and the car will move. This on the other, however, it's very soft, so you sort of like guessed it.
Yeah.
Unless you're very familiar with the car, then you will know like, okay, it will engage at this position. Other than that, it can get quite tricky sometimes.
But then it's fun lah. It's fun.
It's fun. Having a car like this is definitely fun. Rear-wheel drive, turbocharged or supercharged. Stable. Yeah. It's very hard to find cars like this, or new cars like this, or even if you can find a spec like this, it's not cheap. Yeah, it's not cheap at all. Anyway, that's about it for this time round. Thank you again for Afiq for joining me.
No problem.
No problem.
I'm always happy.
You're always happy. I also help him, so
yeah. It's a mutual thing.
It's a mutual thing now.
Yes.
So anyway, take care. Have a safe drive, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
Take care, everyone.